Hello, dear Planeteers. Here is again another episode brought to you by Gigaschatten. In this episode, we are going to talk about some tools we can use to determine if enemy ships are a threat or not. And for that, let's directly jump right into a game of mine. Again, I'm playing the Borg here. I have 2 planets here at this stage. The assimilation is going on quite well on this one, and I have to ask myself, do I need to build defense posts against an enemy ship nearby like this one or not? And let's see where this ship is heading to or came from. Now, how can I do that? Number one, what I can do is will click just on the ship and then determine if I see a warp speed, which I do, which I see here. So it's warp 8. And therefore, I can safely assume that this ship didn't come out of the hyperspace. So it didn't perform a jump from anywhere, like from one of these planets, because if I click on it, the Falcon is hyper capable, so it can jump up to, between 340 and 360 light years in a turn. If the friendly code is set. But after it comes out of the hyperspace, its warp speed will be set to 0. So I already know that this ship came from one of these 4 planets. Okay. In order to find out from where it came from, there are some handy tools provided at planets.nu. You click on this burger menu, then you click on this wrench. And then you see here like 3 icons. We will talk about these in another session, the first 2. But the third one is actually a measurement tool. So if I hover over it, I also see the tooltip. And I could press M and then use it. So I will click on it. It's now activated. What I will do is now I will zoom in a little bit using the mouse wheel. I will click on the ship. And now if I drag the mouse, let's say to this planet, I can measure the distances, and I can see now 63.6 light years. So, and since this ship is on warp 8, I can assume quite safely that it came from this planet, especially, and I will now click on this X to get rid of the tool first of all, since on this planet I have a probe, and I also see rebel clans on this planet, which by the way I will drop and take over because 1 clan is here. I drop 2, so next turn I will have 1 clan on this planet and taken over that one. And at the same time I've set primary enemy rebel, and I will try to take over this planet immediately. Okay, so what else can I see if I use the measurement tool? Assuming, let's say he arbitrarily set the warp speed to 8. My question is now, can he reach like one of these planets in 1 turn? And again, easily I can determine he cannot, because with warp 9 he can only, fly 81 light years. It's always the square of your warp speed set. So warp 8 is 64, warp 9 is 81. And therefore I can see he can't reach these planets in 1 turn. Again, clicking on that ship, and then on this planet, I can see 64.5. So there's a gravity well outside, but I don't think you can end up here further away if you come from a planet. If you fly to a planet, you could end up with, 64 plus 3 light years because of the gravity well here. So if he, for instance, would now with warp 8 end up in this place here, he would be then pulled to the planet. So he could reach like this planet in this turn. But my assumption so far is like this. You have a ship here. It came from this planet, and it will now, if I click on it, see the hyper circle, probably jump to 1, 2, or 3, 4, so to some of these planets. Okay. That's it in this episode. Gigaschatten over and out. See you next time.